Hi, I'm Cheryl from So Savvy. In the last video, I showed you how I used foundation paper piecing to create the geometric scissors pattern that is behind me. In this video, I'm going to show you how I learned how to do free motion quilting on my domestic machine. I used a couple of tools for this. One was a walking foot. A walking foot will help feed the fabric through evenly on the top and the bottom so that you don't get many puckers, which is really important. This one I used to do the tracing around the outside of the scissors. So I thought that would be achievable to do first. And the second thing I used is an embroidery foot. Apparently, you're supposed to get a free motion quilting foot. There's a few different varieties that are out there, but this is what I had. I had an embroidery foot, and that worked for me. So I'll show you how that went on my machine. Now, a couple of things. When you're doing free motion quilting, you have to make sure that you have your feed dog set to 0 and your stitch length also set to 0. On my machine, it took me a little while to find it, but eventually I found out that on my machine, the feed dogs are in the back. So the lever to switch them on and off is in the back of the machine.
A quilt sandwich is just some wadding, a backing fabric, and your quilt top. I figured this quilt was small enough that I could get by with just using lots of pin to baste it. Otherwise, you could try a basting spray. I made a little mini quilt sandwich to practice my quilting. So I started with just my walking foot, just tried going forwards and putting the needle down and spinning around. Then I checked my tension to see that the tension was okay on the top and the bottom. It seemed fine, so I decided to trace around the scissors using the same technique with the walking foot. I went really slowly to start with because I was a little bit scared of ruining my new quilt. Okay, so here I'm starting the free motion quilting. I've got my open toe embroidery foot attached, and I've lowered the feed dogs. So here I'm just trying to go around in like random directions. This was really fun to do. It's scary to do free motion quilting on your actual quilt though. Sometimes it was easier to spin the quilt around so that I could see where I was going. So I would just put the needle down and then pivot the fabric. This part was a bit scary because I needed to start quilting around the edges and I wanted to do a really fun, cool design. And I thought I would go like loops. So I was gonna do 3 nice loops in the corners and then kind of a twisty loop throughout the whole border. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
It's terrible! Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
I did not practice this beforehand, and in hindsight, I really should have. Oh well, just keep going and hope that no one notices. You know, from far away, no one's really going to notice the quilting, right? So here's the finished project. In the next video, I'll show you how I did this binding and the hanger